Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I just want to talk about Crash Bandicoot 4, everything that we know so far and what I think about the art style and gameplay. Of course, I can't really say too much as I haven't actually played the game yet. However, I'll say my thoughts so far out of the two trailers and some gameplay I've seen. Also, if you're new here, consider subscribing for some more gameplay commentary videos and videos like these, because I'm going to upload a lot of different games, not just Crash. Now let's get right into the video. So, of course, we got two trailers so far. We got one narrated gameplay trailer, and then we got the other trailer, which is the main trailer, which was the one we got about a month ago. Now today I'm going to be talking about both the trailers, plus I'm going to be talking about obviously some gameplay that a lot of YouTubers got to play, including Wumpa Lewis. Then we got another YouTuber that I don't remember his name because I'm not actually subscribed to him. As I was saying, a lot of YouTubers actually got demos to play, and there's a lot of levels. As you can see in the background, there's probably some levels playing right now. I will get some actual demos playing so you can see some of the levels, and there's no spoilers involved in any of these levels. And we got like a pirate ship level, we got another one which was kind of like the Cortex level. And of course, if you guys haven't heard, you really should watch the narrative gameplay trailer if you haven't watched that, and of course the actual trailer. But I'm pretty sure you guys already watched both of them. And yes, there's a playable Dingodile, which, I mean, there's not much to say about playable Dingodile and Cortex. Like, what am I gonna say? It's a bad thing? Oh no. Like, of course it's a great thing. Like, it can't be a bad thing. Oh no, there's an extra character. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, it's great, and I'm more excited about Dingodile than Cortex. But I feel like Cortex could offer like more variety in gameplay and a different type of gameplay, whereas Dingodile is a little bit. It's not. It's still a lot different, but I don't think it's as different as Cortex. But it's great that we'll be able to play these characters at one point, within some point in a level. Now, first of all, I want to say what I think about the art style. The characters look amazing. And especially the expressions, out of what I've seen so far, it looks insane. Definitely better than Insane Trilogy. The only thing I dislike is Coco's design. It looks a bit weird. It doesn't look like Coco, but you could say the same thing about Crash. Yeah, but I actually like Crash's design, whereas Coco's designs I don't necessarily like that much. But yeah. What about Dingodile's design? I think it's actually better than the original design that they had for Insane Trilogy. It looks really good, and he's really big and just like really good, and just he looks really well made. So I like Dingodile a lot as well. Cortex, he looks a little bit smaller in his head. I don't really care about what he looks like. He looks pretty much the same. It's just a little bit more, a smaller head, a little bit more kind of cartoony, I guess. I think it makes him look alright. He looks alright in both Insane Trilogy and in Crash Bandicoot 4, in my opinion. A lot of people have been kind of bashing the design. I don't really have a problem with it. A lot of people said that the old design was fine, which it was fine, but like this design is also fine, but in my opinion. So the art style is great. Looks great. One thing I heard about Wumpa Lewis specifically, he said, well, you know, he has 3 channels. I don't know what, I was just calling by his 3rd channel because that's the video he made on it. He said how the jumps feel floatier, and they actually do look floatier. They look kind of like, it's hard to explain, but if you see him jump, he doesn't look as sharp and quick when he jumps, or when she jumps, if you're talking about Coco. So when Crash or Coco jumps, it looks a little bit more kind of like light, kind of like floaty. It doesn't look as sharp and quick, which that's not necessarily a bad thing either. I don't know if that's really gonna be bad for the gameplay. I like how Crash works in the Insane Trilogy and the original trilogy, but I don't know if this is going to be a bad thing, maybe a good thing. I'm not trying to bash it because I haven't actually played with it yet, but yeah, it looks like Crash or Coco jumps a little bit like higher, not higher, but floaty. Like they don't go down and go up as quick. They don't go like whoop, like, you know what I mean? Like they kind of just like it's like I feel stupid the way I'm explaining this, but I don't know how to explain it. You're just seeing the background gameplay if you notice a difference. But yeah, maybe you do notice a difference, but we'll see when the actual game comes out. But that's what it looks like. That's what I've heard. So yeah. Then as well as that, one thing I saw which kind of caught me off guard is the fact that when Crash did a slide, right, and then jumped right after, it didn't look like he gained any extra height, which kind of worries me because it was a feature I really liked. The fact that you could slide and then jump to get additional height. Well, it doesn't seem like Crash Bandicoot 4 has that feature, because if you can see from some of the gameplay, when Crash slides and jumps, he kind of just does it. It doesn't do that like extra height effect. It just jumps normally. So I don't know if that's just because of that one single bit of gameplay I saw, or if it's actually the feature. So maybe they got rid of the extra height when you slide. I don't see a reason why they would get rid of it. Maybe because they don't want players to jump way too far, because there is also double jump in all the levels, and it's not like a power up. Therefore, maybe they don't want people to go too far. But yeah, it's not that much of a difference in height. However, I kind of understand why they might have done this. So yeah, that's the thing I was going to talk about. Moving on to the new stuff. There's more new stuff. Obviously, we have masks. We got 3 masks, I think, teased. It was Ika. There was another one and another one, but I don't remember the names of them, but I do remember the power-ups. So one of them, I think it was Ika. You can freeze time or slow down time for a certain amount of time, and it can be used in certain levels to, for an example, if something is going too fast, you can just freeze or slow down time, and then you can make your way more slower pace and not as quickly. And yeah, I feel like these masks could definitely be really good for the game, and I'm really excited to test them out. Then there was another mask which allowed you to phase objects, any object, or I think maybe specific objects, in and out of existence, which is pretty cool. I feel like that one could be really useful, especially with nitro crates. When there's boxes on the nitro crates, maybe, and you need to get those boxes, you could phase the nitro crates out of existence, which would then phase the boxes into existence, which would mean that you'd be able to get the boxes. And yeah, then the other cool feature that we saw is zip lining. Again, can't say anything bad about it. Same as wall running. Wall running, it looks great. Zip lining, oh, it's gonna definitely change up the gameplay. I saw some really intense zip lining where there were nitro crates and you had to go up and down and left, right. I don't know if that part is playing right now. Maybe it is. I hope it's playing right now so you can see a live example. If not, I'll maybe edit it in maybe. But yeah. Then we saw these well, it offers basically more replayability to the levels. There's this really cool thing called inverted mode, which once you unlock, it's for a certain level. So I think it's available for most, if not all levels. If I haven't, I think, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that it's for every level. Once you unlock the inverted mode for a certain level, you can play that level again in not only a different look of the level, but a different feel to it. So one might be underwater, causing you to be slower and floatier. One might be like cranking up the camera speed, and maybe one, and I'm saying the ones that we saw. One might be where you have to spin Crash or Coco to see where you're going. You have to spin paint around the map. And yeah, it seems really good. Hopefully all of them have a certain gameplay difference rather than just making it look different, right? Because I don't want them to just, you know, have these things where the game looks different but doesn't actually feel different. So hopefully all the levels inverted mode feels different than the original level, not just looks different, if that makes sense. And then I also want to talk about the skins. Wow, I really like what they did with the skins. So first of all, no microtransactions in the skin. He said no MTX, that means microtransactions. I don't know why I can't ever say that word for some reason, but that means that basically you don't have to pay for any of the skins. You already have access to them. Just you have to unlock certain skins by doing some challenges. The only skins that are technically paid to get them are the totally tubular bundle. You get that by buying the game digitally. So basically, it's not even paid. You just have to buy the game digitally, and you know, why not buy it digitally? You might as well buy it digitally, unless you have a Switch and maybe you don't want to buy it digitally. But I don't know if the game's even coming to Switch at this point. We're not sure. It's not confirmed yet, so it's definitely not coming right now, or at least in this year. Maybe in 2021, or maybe in late 2020, but I doubt it. But yeah, you just gotta buy it digitally. I'm gonna buy it digitally. I recommend you guys to buy it digitally. And you get this cool skin for both Crash and Coco. Then the other skins, there's a lot of good skins, and you just get them by doing challenges, earning gems through levels, and basically basic stuff like that. And the levels themselves are a lot more kind of expanded upon, rather than the simple linear levels. There's still linear compact levels where you got Crash, you got a course, or obviously if you got Coco, and you just gotta complete the level and smash as many boxes as you can and do the bonus level. Everything is still like that, but the background of where you're playing is a lot more expanded upon. You got, first of all, the scenery is beautiful. In some of the levels, it just looks insane. In all of the levels I've seen, it looks great. You've got like the sun, like just there, and it's just so much more, not realistic, but so much more beautiful and very vibrant, and it's so much better than the standard one we had in the Insane Trilogy. Of course, they couldn't really do much of the Insane Trilogy because it was a remake of the original games, and of course, back in the 90s, we didn't have as good technology to make the games as we have now. Therefore, it's obvious that we didn't have as good of an outcome with the Insane Trilogy, than we did with Crash Bandicoot 4. That's just obvious, but I just want to make that clear because I don't want to bash Insane Trilogy, because they did really well. They did exceptionally well at remaking the 3 games. I thought it wasn't gonna go as well as I thought, as they actually made it go. So yeah, but yeah, the scenery is just a lot more beautiful. There's a lot more going on in the background. It's not just like one level and just going straight forward. There's like turns, it's not open worlded, obviously, but yeah, don't actually have like lives in this game. Now of course, if you choose to, you can play in retro mode. Retro mode allows you to play with the lives, so you can get a game over and you have to retry the level, so you can run out of lives, right? And the lives boxes are there. But in the modern mode, which is the main normal mode, of course you don't have to play in the modern mode, but I'm just saying there is a modern mode. Instead of lives, you have this big mega Wumpa box. So it's got a big Wumpa fruit that gives you a ton of Wumpa fruit. And then there's no lives, so you can retry a level as much as you want. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, it's great so far. There's a ton of new content coming. And I'm currently replaying Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy from the first game to the last one, obviously, and so that I can get the full story. And then as soon as Crash Bandicoot 4 comes out, I would have completed the 3 games again, and then I can just hop into Crash Bandicoot 4. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like and subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you all later.